You recently said that no one gives an about Islam.
No one gives a about him. Even in Dagestan, when he's fighting, the people goes to sleep and they watch his fight in the morning.
Is it true? How did you get that information?
I know that.
You know?
I know that from people that lives in Dagestan.
You got people on the ground in Dagestan.
Yeah.
Islam, I don't know if you saw this, has been training with someone that you've trained with. This guy's come 2-3 years in Dagestan. Is this Islam trying to prepare for you already?
The last fight that I remember when a Georgian faced a Dagestani guy, it was Merab against their cousin, right? We all know what happened. They don't have to make that mistake to send them there. Maybe they have to go to Georgia and learn some wrestling.
You've got a great facility in your house. Should people start spending 2-3 years in the Topuria house and forget?
But not specifically in my house. They can go to Georgia. I would like to fight with Islam, that's for sure. I would like to fight him.
Fight if they give you like a #1 contender fight.
I wouldn't fight for a #1 contender fight.
Look, also, it's the most marketable fight. Everybody else is lost to him.
He doesn't want to fight me. I don't care. My mindset, it's always the same. I'm always looking to achieve things that no one could. So if someone could submit him, I will be the first one to submit him. And
any specific submission?
Now I heard some love from some idiots, but it's gonna happen.
Ilia, Khabib recently said that he wanted you to face Charles before fighting Islam. He believes you beat Charles. What did you make of Khabib's comments, and why do you think he wanted you to fight Charles before fighting Islam?
Honestly, I don't care what he wants.
Question for Ilia Topuria. The former UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev was critical of you this week. He went on an interview and he
We don't give a fuck about him, so save that question.
It would be much better for me to fight him in 170, and I will beat him and get the third title. That will be the best scenario for me.
Obviously, I know you wanted to fight Islam Makhachev. He's going to 170. Do you think he'll have success up there? Because he is one of the bigger fighters in your division right now.
Well, can you repeat that question, please?
How do you think Islam Makhachev will do at 170 when he fights Jack Della Maddalena?
I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. I never thought about that, so I don't know.
The MMA world is still reeling from the shockwaves of UFC 322, where Islam Makhachev didn't just win, he completely dismantled Jack Della Maddalena after moving up to 170 pounds. Jack finally broke his silence today, and instead of making excuses, he won over fans with pure class, admitting Islam was the better man and promising to rebuild. However, his coach, Ben Vickers, wasn't afraid to be brutally honest, revealing that their game plan of movement and long-range striking completely collapsed the moment the cage door closed. While the camp claims it was an execution failure, fight analysts are baffled by Jack's decision-making, specifically why he kept trying to trip and grapple with a Sambo master every time he managed to get back to his feet. To make matters worse, Islam's team is now taking shots at Jack's jiu-jitsu coach, Craig Jones, claiming that pure jiu-jitsu is dead in modern MMA and that Islam's dominance proves it. With Jack nursing a calf injury and a bruised ego, the lightweight king has officially arrived at welterweight, and he has already set his sights on a legacy fight with the former nightmare of the division, Kamaru Usman.
To be Islam, that was the big talk, but he moved up to welterweight. Do you believe he moved up to welterweight to avoid you, or because he has his own goals?
Because he has his own goals. This is what I think.
Do you still think that's a fight that should happen? You guys are both forging legacies in different weight divisions. Do you think that's a massive fight that should happen?
We'll see how he does in the welterweight division. If he wins the title, I win the title in the lightweight division. Maybe I move up or he comes down to the lightweight division and we have the fight that everyone wants to see.
Without Conor McGregor, Khabib doesn't go to the moon. You need that guy. And I think Ilia Topuria and Islam might be that for each other. So while you may not like each other, you may need each other to go to the next level. So I appreciate Conor for helping Khabib achieve the life that he has today. Right after Conor McGregor, he was a global superstar.
It even brought religion in there. Islam, like the religion was inspired
by Khabib.
Khabib.
Because they needed him to go take care of this bad guy that was attacking everything that they stand for. If you know Khabib, he's really committed to his religion. He went and did away with the bad guy that was attacking the Muslim community.
#1 pound for pound fighter in the world, Dean Thomas.
Guys that he's beaten, he was already, even without the Charles Oliveira win, he was already in the ranking to being one of the best. I would say top 3, top 5 for sure, maybe top 3. but the win over Charles Oliveira, first round knockout, solidifies Ilia Topuria as the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, no doubt about it.
I believe that I can beat the current champion, Islam. You can't be a world champion by chance, you know, you have to do things great.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
But I like the competition, and I don't like to be a bully and fight with people that I know 100% that I'm gonna whoop his ass. You know, I like to fight with people that the fans think that it's going to be very competitive.
And last one from me. Earlier today, Islam Makhachev did an interview and said he's not ruling out coming back down to 155. But if it was up to you, would you rather fight him at 170 to get that third title, or would you be willing to fight him at 55 because that's the division that people say he might be the best at?
It would be much better for me to fight him in 170, and I will beat him and get the third title. That will be the best scenario for me.
I know UFC want to do some big fight in White House. Which fight is gonna be bigger than this? I know he's gonna fight soon. He want to fight in White House, and I also want to be there. If UFC want this fight, we can do this. If I have to cut 155, then I might have to pay for this.
Ilia called you out. He said you're like the most boring fighter in the UFC.
I'm ready. Who is gonna be next? Amaru, Topuria, you know. Let's do this. I will make it easy. All killers want to take my belts. I don't give you
Talking MMA about ducking at the moment. John Jones ducking Tom Aspinall, stuff like that. This was meant to be Islam, that was the big talk. But he moved up to welterweight. Do you believe he moved up to welterweight to avoid you, or because he has his own goals?
Because he has his own goals. This is what I think.
Do you still think that's a fight that should happen? You guys are both forging legacies in different weight divisions. Do you think that's a massive fight that should happen?
We'll see how he does in the welterweight division. If he wins the title, I win the title in the lightweight division. Maybe I move up or he comes down to the lightweight division, and we have the fight that everyone wants to see.
The Oliveira fight is a massive fight, but the one that's sort of been brewing for years and brewing in the background is this Paddy Pimblett fight. Do you feel if you were champion that he still needs to win one more before he gets that shot, or are you almost willing to give him that early to have that big grudge match and sort of finish that storyline?
For sure he needs to win one more fight, because there are more contenders in the division that deserve the title shot before him. So if he wins the fight, he puts himself in a position where he can fight for the title. I will give him the opportunity to fight for the title because we have a history behind, so it's going to be a massive fight.
This is guy Ilia Topuria, and Ilia Topuria is one of the absolute best fighters in the world.
Everything I have, everything I am, and everything I'm gonna be someday, it comes from him, so.
I had 4 fights when I started with my professional career.